Welcome everyone to CappingTV's coverage of ozfortress Season 28. The Week 7 match between White Noise and Cheesewheel of the High Division. I am Max, and tonight I'm joined by Huffy as my co-caster. Hello, Huffy.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. How have you been?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. Team's been doing alright in the season. Just waiting on a couple match results to see if we get into playoffs.
Yeah, nice. That's good. Yeah, no, this could be a real good game. I reckon we were been quite lucky to snag this one. Yeah, White Noise and Cheesewheel, both two powerhouses of the high division. Very important game for both of them. Tonight, they're playing off for the second chance, playing off for the upper bracket final place, versus my team, Brain Cells. Next week, I think it is. So, yeah, a lot is on the line for this for both teams here. It's been a very, very even season. Throughout most of the high division, there's been wins, losses, maps traded between really the top 4, top 5 teams. So we've worked it out, and we've gotten ourselves to a point where we're here with two teams, two of arguably the two best, or the two of the three best teams fighting off for the spot in the upper bracket final. But no, it should be a good game. Should we go through rosters nice and early so we can get that out of the way and talk a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Do you want to run us through Cheesewheel's roster for tonight?
Right. So on Cheesewheel, I believe we have Bread and Shooter on Scouts, Air and Kid of War on Soldiers, Bonk Demo, and Weapon Fire Medic.
Yeah, and on the side of White Noise, who are the blue team, it appears, on this first map, we have T3 and Precious, that's it. T3 Precious Scouts, Tesla and Red Hawk on the Soldier, Adol Demo and Seraph, they're a newly acquired sub / I think core player on Medic tonight. But yeah, it's an interesting one, this White Noise roster. I know they've gone through a couple shuffles in the past week and a half. They lost Matt almost 2 weeks ago, and according to Sean's ozfortress stats, Matt was the best player in the division. Slowly getting caught up, too, but he was the best player in the division on the Scout. He was a large part of White Noise, and losing him hasn't affected them too much, I wouldn't say, but it's only changed the way they're playing the game. So they picked up Precious, and then I believe their old core medic, Ali Baster, got his job back post-corona and has had IRL commitments come up, and they've acquired Seraph on medic, so that's where we are today with them. But yeah, week 7 we have the two maps being played is Process, the map we're on right now, as the first map, and I believe it's Prolands, some iteration of Badlands, some Prolands as the second map. You got any thoughts about the maps, Huffy?
Process obviously probably being one of the most played maps as of recent times. Badlands not so much. I believe it was out of the map pool a little while ago. But yeah, I'd say Process is probably going to be quite an interesting match to watch, considering both teams seem to have quite a lot of players that are, well, we could probably hold in quite high regard. Badlands, I reckon, could probably be the decider for this one.
Yeah, certainly. It'll be interesting to see the playstyle of both teams. Badlands, bit more of a different map. Not too many play it too often. I don't like playing it. I don't know many people that enjoy playing it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how each team wants to play it. And I think starting off with Process is the best call better TF2 on this map, but yeah. How many of the players on the roster, do you have anyone to really watch out for on either team? Any notable names you kind of recognize, think they might hold the key to breaking open this map?
I'd say Adolo is definitely a player to watch out for. He enjoys his fast rollouts, and it'd be interesting to see if he hits any good ones. I know he's very fond of the Kaitis rollout, especially in process.
Yes.
So he's one to definitely watch the slotted mid.
Yeah. Oh, looks like we're getting baited here, but yeah.
And from my knowledge, I believe Bonk and Shooter on the opposite team are actually quite good players from what I've seen myself.
Yes,
just in pugs and whatnot.
Certainly. I think both teams are quite reliant on good demo damage and their scouts putting out a high number of kills off of that damage. From my personal experience playing against them and witnessing some of their other caster officials and whatnot, they both have some star players. I think Shooter on Scout is quite a force to be reckoned with, but I think T3 and Precious can even him out a bit, and I think it will be the battle of Bonk and Adolo tonight. Whoever kind of has the damage focused and their players kind of rally around their own demo, I think that'll really be the decider for tonight. Just whoever does the more damage alongside their demo. But that's not putting out Kid of War, Air, Tesla or Hawk. They're all quite notable. They all have their moments. But I just feel like it'll be the scouts in the demo, especially on a map like Process. It'll be interesting to see how Badlands goes, because I know once you get into lobby it becomes very kind of soldier, and the whole map I feel like is very kind of soldier centric, so it'll be interesting to see how the soldiers deal with that. I know, speaking recently, Air was playing, both Air and Kid of War were playing Badlands mids quite well, and they were very difficult to kind of beat, so it'll be interesting to see how the scouts deal with them on mid. But yeah, it looks like we're just kind of sat pre-game here. Really just waiting for this first mid. I'm very keen to see some Team Fortress 2 tonight.
I think we're in for a very, very good game tonight.
I reckon I've heard things from both sides about neither team thinking it'll be a great game, and I think both teams don't hold themselves in as high a regard as I do, but I think we could definitely have a good little game on our hands tonight. The Seraph Sniper seems to be tearing up pre-game, but I doubt we'll see much tonight.
Seeing a lot of very, very, very epic pre-game air shots coming out of Tesla as well.
Yeah, if Tesla is on, I feel like he might be a little bit of a force to be reckoned with. I think he's on the flank.
He's a hell of a roamer.
He's a hell of a soldier, full stop. But yeah, if he's on that flank, he could be tearing apart the flank of the red team, the flank of Cheesewheel. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I know both teams prefer a slower mid, I think. Playing against both of them in the past 2 days, they're very keen on a slow mid. They don't mind bringing out no aggression for the first 30 seconds of mid. So it'll be interesting to see who the early picks are and who gets picked off early, because I feel like that could really initiate the forward momentum from either team.
It looks like we're about to start.
It does. I am eagerly sat on the Adola demo,
As am I.
hoping for a little fast rollout. I don't know much about demo, but
Oh, it looks like he's just doing the standard rollout. Arriving, Bonk a little bit faster than him. And Bonk not opting to get the pack, just chilling in choke. Both teams seem to be playing relatively opposite sides.
Quite a passive mid. No one's chosen a real side.
Oh,
it looks
Tesla
like
going
blue
forward
team,
here, getting very low and dying.
Yeah, blue team wanted to aggress with Tesla on point, but just as he went down early, it didn't happen.
Yeah. Now Red having a lot more ground here. Although the bomb almost getting Red Medic But it seems that blue might have to force their way back through their own choke.
Yeah, weapon fire went very low that mid, but I don't think either team will really get a med frag here. As, yeah, I think it really was Tesla's early feed, early bomb. It didn't really connect. I think that started a huge bit of aggression from the red team. As they look to push into second though, early point process and an early Hawk feed.
Uber coming out of blue.
They're not going to get much with it though. It looks like blue team will opt to just fully leave. Adola's going to set up some traps, but Weapon Fire's team, Cheesewheel, very good at getting a force out on second and playing passive as all hell, saving Weapons Fire Uber for the last point, knowing how vital it is for that last point push and that 100% add. T3 up on the sniper, looking
so
at door 1.
Red's starting to take lobby now, pushing through door 4.
T3 hasn't hit anything. They're stalling a fair bit, but I guess they have time. Looks like they're going door 3 now. Not getting onto the mech straight away.
For a jump, although not getting much with it. Not too many frags in the way of Red.
Yeah, big bomb from Tesla, huge damage, followed up by Hawk.
This isn't looking like the best situation.
Yeah, it's not.
Ooh.
Adolo isn't that healthy though. He could quite easily get picked off to some spam.
Although,
Red team might have it here.
So much time on point.
Looks
and
like they do.
it.
It was so promising. Tesla's bomb was like, he might have died and didn't get any picks, but Hawk had potential to just kind of spam a few rockets, and neither of the soldiers on red team were really able to do much, but I think it was Adola taking too much damage, might have just lost him that one.
Bonk again opting not to go forward and take that health pack on mid.
Prefers the arrow.
He prefers the arrow, yeah.
But yeah, it just looks like both teams taking that slower mid approach.
Blue having so much high ground here.
Yeah, certainly for maps, both mids, sorry, Tesla's been getting that high ground, but both soldiers on the blue team die instantly to Bread and Kid of War's aggression on the red crates, and it looks like blue team might be getting spammed out. Tesla unfortunately losing his life, meaning Adolo and Akiki village chief are just leaving as fast as they can, sorry. That is Seraph the blue medic. And it looks like maybe they want to sack? Yeah, sacking door 1. And
it's a
Seraph drops. Oh, Kid of War. That was a huge bomb. I don't know how he got through all that spam, but he did. Seraph's dropped, and T3's come up on the engineer. It's
Red looking like they're taking their time, just waiting for possible sacks.
Yeah, I think they're going to wait for Kid of War. They're all fully buffed other than their Roma that is just coming into second now.
They're opting to go door 5 with this Uber. A soldier is close. Can't get
he
much
gets
done
a nice
and dies.
rocket, but he will die. Precious picks off the med on
Sentry
Sniper.
goes down early. That medic pick could be crucial in this. As
it
Red
looks like they're
does
not
seem
going
to
to
be
get too
committing
much.
to this last.
I think,
and the soldier bomb from Tesla does.
Huge bomb from Tesla with the combined damage of Adolo.
That is just wipe.
It was instant. They've all caught the same
Excellent
respawn.
work. Adolo looking like he's wanted to go forward and trap Red spawn.
Adolo might be on here. None of them got
no,
forwards.
They all back spawn.
That's he would have had at least 2 there.
Although the soldier's getting quite aggressive ground.
Yeah, I don't really know why they would wait for him there. Why they wouldn't wait for Adolo's trap, but they're looking to go in. Seraph doesn't quite have yet, though they've gone wide sewer.
And through sewers here, a soldier could possibly bomb. Both
Red
soldiers
is
bombing
on
from
sniper.
blue though, but Red medic is out.
Red picks off Isla. Adolo takes quite a huge jump. Bonk also picks up Precious, who's capping, I believe. Might have been a trap. Looks like they only have 30 ad and they might not be pushing in with this. 2 players down, not looking great for him.
Oh,
the sack
from Red, missing his rocket on the wall though.
Unfortunate. Didn't achieve anything. And looks like they're ready to go in. This is a horrendous push.
Red just
Weapon fire won't even be forced. They picked up Bread, who was on the sniper.
Red not even
They're not getting anything.
Soldier is in on the
Tesla
point,
does feed. Precious gets caught out. It's not looking great for anyone on the blue team as they all have to kind of pack up and leave the second point. It was, I think it might have been a bit of a miscalculation from...
Although Blue still poking into second here, though I think
Bonk does die. Maybe it'll spark some re-aggression from Blue, though I think they might opt to just give up second, as they should, with such large Uber disad.
So 50% Uber ad here for Red
Hawk
Team, as
might
it
get
looks like
caught
they're
out.
pushing through IT.
Yep,
Blue
Hawk
backing
gets
up all
caught
the
out
way to their
early.
own choke.
Looks like they get forced, but
an unlucky drop
everyone's
there.
out.
Demo, Adolo just staying in for a little bit.
Doesn't
Jump
mind a
out.
bit of
Blue
spam.
fighting here.
As they should. Tesla's gonna have a big bomb. He actually eats every single bit of spam and goes down. Precious picks up Kidder Wall, but it doesn't look like Blue Team have much advantage on the high ground anymore. If they knock this scout off, maybe. They stop
Blue
the
Team
cap,
is
but
2 down. Although they
looks
do
like
have very large Uber ad here, it seems like they do indeed.
they should be using this.
Yeah.
Just kind of looks like neither team wants to take any space, and they're actually
Seems
giving
like
it up with 50 advantage.
Not opting to use that Uber advantage. Oh, it looks like they are actually using in.
This is not the right call from the Blue Team.
Adolo
It was just Hawk's
try and
dead.
drop in
I
and catch
couldn't-
something. The
Couldn't
scout
tell you where.
Bread does get caught in choke, however, the only fatality.
It looks like Ez
Oh, yeah,
recommitting
Ez sacking
on
from
rock.
behind.
He actually gets duped by Tesla, who just lands on rock.
Unfortunate.
And it looks like Red Team are going to use this ad. They don't quite have yet.
And it's
Bonk-
just the 2 players. Medic and Demo. Oh, Bonk.
Oh, he hits that
Getting
on
a very,
T3.
very nice pipe onto the scout.
Yeah, it looks like Red Team were just a little too eager to re-fight that. Blue
And
Team weren't really there to be caught out, and I don't think it was the right decision. The timing was a little bit off from the Red Team. They've taken to one early round, and I think they're just a bit too eager now.
Bread now poking into mid. Though
Hawk
still
does
looking like
die.
they're waiting for players to get in. Bonk jumping towards IT. The scout possibly caught in choke. No, does manage to get out very low.
Oh, big pipe. Both medics below 100. I think both of them got piped, but Red did lose their Uber advantage there. It was quite a substantial Uber advantage, but they get the midpoint, so they
It's like
can't be
Red
too angry.
opting to sack straight away, possibly. It looks like the soldier's getting ready to.
I hope
buff
they
up.
do. Please, Zach.
Yeah, here comes
here
the
they
soldier.
go. I think they're trying
Possibly?
to bait. I think
Oh.
they're trying to bait a Dolo in or something.
No,
with
the
someone
whole
close.
combo looks like they're just pushing in through OT.
Oh, I think I've seen
Looking
this
for a
one before.
flank pick, maybe. No,
No,
soldier
they're
is,
just in.
It's a double sack from Red Team. Oh, and it's a forced.
Where
Red
is
Team now
Weapon
backing up to
Fire?
their choke.
The Red Team is very much out, but they're still at risk. Blue Team
Demo
haven't lost a play. They're staying
Caught
in
here.
here.
They need to use.
Yeah.
They've been forced.
Jimmy Fish gets caught. Weapon Fire in the wrong spot. Started looking at the wall. I don't really agree
Blue
with Weapon
is
Fire staying in too far
Down
there.
2. It is very even Ubers here. Player ad on the side of the Red Team. Although Blue does not seem to show any signs of backing out here. As I say that,
Yeah.
the scout goes down.
On
Demo
both teams.
possibly caught in. Looks
The
like
Dollar
Adolo may
looks
die. He
extremely
does
caught
die.
in. Yeah, with no soldiers up on the Blue Team, I don't think they would have ever won that spam war.
Looks like this
and
is going to be quite a free second here for the Red Team.
with no demo down, you'd hope it would be. So I think Weapon Fire's going to take
Although
it slow. Bonk does
Bonk
die
died
to
to a
Precious. That's an alright trade. It'll definitely slow him down. However, I feel like we have a
And we have
pause.
a pause.
Yeah, I mean, very even Ubers. What, 16%? About 20% disad on the side of Red Team, but they're also capping the second point. So I don't think you can really disagree with them. But yeah, I feel like the first round was a bit of an anomaly. I think Blue Team were kind of caught off guard by how well Red played the mid, and everything rolled on from there. But I think we have seen Blue Team start to crawl their way back into this game.
Yes, Blue Team also taking quite interesting sort of Uber trades, having usually from what this seems to be a bit of a constant is them having played disad.
Yeah, their team. Well, I don't know if it's an error in Uber tracking or if their teammates are just getting caught out, but it feels like they just think they have ad when they don't, and they're getting met with an even Uber exchange, and players are just getting picked off as a result. Kind of unfortunate because I'd really like to see blue team correct those mistakes, because then by no means are they out of it by now, but it's only 1-0 down, and I imagine they'll be able to hold this as long as everything goes their way. Yeah, I think both teams are making a few mistakes. I feel like blue team might just be making less mistakes. And we're back live, it looks like. Bonk It Up's about to spawn, although I couldn't actually tell you.
Oh, got a couple of ice skaters as well.
Yep. Just bear with me, I'm gonna actually fix my thing. Alright. Yeah, it didn't fix it at all. But yeah, I imagine it's even Ubers now.
It is, yes.
So surely surely we see another Kid of War sack. Adola catches out Bread, surely that is room
Possible
for everyone
soldier
to
here
leave.
as well. Oh, just managing to get that pack. Although he is very, very hurt.
I really like the choice of forward hold. Air's gonna die, that's 2 down I imagine. My
the sniper on the side of
it's
blue.
not working. Seraph is very far and they do have an engineer still out.
Bread
Both
has
soldiers
come up on sniper. Gets a headshot, nice headshot onto Adolo. Oh, just missing the medic.
Seraph does drop to Kid of War. I kind of saw it coming,
Bread
but
getting
didn't know what was
nice
happening.
pick onto the engineer. Does he hit? Oh, good body shot onto the soldier there, denying him. Though there is the sentry, level 2. Fighting.
With full ad, I imagine they'll take this relatively for free. They're trapping off the spawn, and it doesn't look like blue team will be able to do too much. If they get bonk post Uber here, it might be alright. Although I think they're just going to cap.
Too much time on the cap. Only took a scout.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to look at Bonk on this rollout, seeing as he seems to be quite a little bit faster than Adolo.
Yeah, he has been getting to mid, but he doesn't really want to get the pack. He's just taking the spam fight.
Yeah, again, he just doesn't seem to want to touch that pack. He just... Obviously, I don't think you might want to risk getting the fast bomb from the enemy soldier. Red team opting to play left side, it looks like. Although Bonk, a bit isolated on the left here by himself.
Yeah, Tesla and the blue team taking quite early height aggression. They haven't been knocked off height in any means, but they're not really doing too much with it.
There we
Kid
go,
of War
soldier does
die.
go down.
Air trades with Tesla, and Precious gets picked up as a result.
Ooh.
Doesn't look like Hawk's bound to live much longer, and I think that's going to signal the blue team to leave.
Blue team leaving, though combo from Red is pushing through into second.
Bonks in, he doesn't mind this jump actually, he might die for it.
Those...
He's 1 HP and he will. It looks like blue team have a chance to really recontest mid here with their spawners. Bonk's not up for 15 seconds, Seraph's kind of pathing around doing his own thing, but blue team look to be in here.
Walking in, Red opting to take the trade here.
It looks much better for the blue team actually. Weapon Fire choosing to leave on 20% left. He's got no one to heal. None of his players are buffed at all.
Just getting caught, not catching that pack. And Soldier very, very low. Air going down.
Oh, Tesla seems to farm Bread, and I think after the pwnage seen on the midpoint, Red team are running away, hoping that doesn't happen to any of them, because Tesla really put the boot down on Bread that just then. But yeah, Weapon Fire, pretty ordinary mid fight. I don't really know if he knew what he was doing there. He just didn't heal too many of his players and was just shot 2 arrows and left kind of deal. But nonetheless, blue might lose Hawk. They will lose
very,
Hawk.
very close in lobby.
Bread Sniper 1. I'd like to see... actually, I don't want to see him drop Seraph, but it may happen.
Although Seraph is kind of in his sightlines, opening the door.
No, they haven't really found it. God, I can't see anything on a sniper cam. But yeah, no, it looks like Hawk has come back up on the soldier. we may have a reset in White Noise's favour, looking to push the last point.
Now coming into lobby, top lobby, looking to try pick off something. Oh, though he gets caught with a pipe.
Surely a frag here might really push something from the blue team. Tesla looks to be dipping.
They're opting to take lobby here.
They might get it as well.
Scout going through door 5.
T3 is going to eat the biggest pipe of his life, and Hawk is going to die. It's just, they're losing just one too many players, unfortunately, on the side of blue team, and they put themselves in great positions, but just this constant, never-ending feed. As I say, that air does feed. It's a bit of a two-way feed.
Now has a lot of ground on second, but again,
blue
team
opting don't want to give this up too much.
This trade. Although Bonk does get dropped in the Uber, a very, very crucial pick.
Jimmy Fish almost goes down. Sorry, Shooter almost goes
down.
Blue
now looking like they want to take
Kid of
this
War
into
dying.
last.
Tesla with a huge presence bomb. Two
just
down
one
scout.
Inside of red.
Tesla picks up
just
weapon
so
fire.
Much time on
Precious picks up bread, and that's the round.
Point for blue.
Did red team get around? I must have missed it. Did they get it in the pause?
Yeah.
They did they? Oh. I actually don't remember. Memory of a goldfish. However, that was promising. It was probably their round to take, regardless, but I'm happy that they got it.
But again, as like you said, it seems like blue team is gaining some steam here. Again, quite a slow mid-fight, although Tesla bombing in, initiating a fight.
They do trade with air.
Oh.
Shooter isn't any healthier than any of the rest of them. Bonk's gonna die
almost
for Hawk, basically.
There.
Precious gets picked up. $1's getting
blue team very, very much caught here.
Seraph looking like he may go down.
Somehow manages to get out. Red team opting not
running
to have someone chase.
As far as he can with T3, but they'll have 2 soldiers. They won't have $1. Maybe they could hold second here. They'll have to delay. $1's up in 4. It's very much doable. Red team haven't come in.
Seems like it is going to be a stalemate here.
Looks like we're going to be waiting for another sack. Neither soldier is really buffed on the red team, so it'll be interesting to see. Looks like Air might be getting buffed. Nope.
Putting my cam on Kid of War here. Possibly.
I am keen to see a big little bomb. None of this double sack. That was they are doing the double sack.
Close in choke here. Looking like he may jump. Jumping now through choke.
In. Looks like it was a 8 bomb. Bread's deep. Bread picks up Precious.
And he forces the medic.
And Kid of War gets the sack. Doesn't live for it, but they did find the Precious pick amongst that. So full Uber disad, and with a player advantage, they might opt to go into. Surely not.
Oh, weapon fire going down.
T3 finding some late form.
To T3.
He is not happy. That is weapon fires.
This should be a free mid for the blue team with heals going down and lacking a soldier. Although Precious
just finds a trap. Bonk gets caught up, but
Bread up on sniper
Tesla
here.
trade.
Not sure if he's going to get too much. Adolo, although, just gets headshot.
Adolo's going to die. Where is Seraph? He's just on mid. He's dead here. What is he doing?
Possibly dead. Bread dying to Tesla on a 5.
Seraph somehow survives. What is he doing? Yeah, interesting fight, and it's somehow come out in blue team's favor. I couldn't really tell you how, but both teams are choosing to spam mid. We almost have another mid fight.
A bit aggressive in their own choke, although passive enough that they can try leave here.
Maybe they know blue team don't have Uber just yet, choosing to spam for those last few seconds. But that call noise from Seraph.
Just getting out there. It looks
they're in a $1 bomb.
$1 bombing in, although quite disconnected from the combo.
It does look like weapon fire will die with like only 70%. It was probably a bit cringe from weapon fire. I'd be cringing if I was him. Kid of War and Air both very weak. So very weak.
Blue team.
Kinda crumbling, but crumbling less than the red team.
Yes, indeed. Bonk poking a little bit. Just the remaining 2.
Seraph almost did something.
Demo. Almost,
Unsure what, but in chat he's letting us know that almost happened. Looks like, yeah, both teams gonna build. Neither team has a sniper or an off-class. Bonk is out though. Bonk thinks this is his second point. He's back out one.
Blue team is up on crits, which is interesting to see. And
a big Adolo crits. They do have a sentry.
That might be a bit hard to deal with the lack of Uber if they don't.
Hawk does pick up air. Surely it's time for a sack. Someone suss the sentry. Or don't.
Let's just hope that blue team has picked up on the fact that there is a sentry.
How do they still have this ad with crits? It's incredible. And not even getting ad.
Blue team taking door 5 here, looking like they want to try and bait for this crits possibly.
Yeah, they're going to be met with Uber as weapon fire comes up.
Not healing someone for a bit there.
He's actually almost dead.
Hurt. Oh my god.
He's just eating the meat from Bonk.
And then Tesla getting caught out in lobby. This is not looking too good for the blue team here.
Seraph's movement is kind of cringe. Looks like it could be a fatty,
looks like the crits might be coming out here full blue.
They do use Bonk doesn't die.
The demo off here.
Bonk does die.
Nice pick.
They red team uses, but Seraph's very forward here. It just kind of they lose the point, but have all the frags and momentum in the world, other than T3 and Hawk dying now. They have no momentum.
Although Dollar bombing and almost getting Seraph there.
But neither med is actually doing anything. They've just kind of stayed alive. No heals were given on either side.
Does seem like they want to contest second here.
Red team's fighting
player ad.
Bonk's in. He's not having any of this. Seraph's pathing is
die here.
And it looks like Weapon Fire gets owned on second. Both Jimmy Fish, both Shooter and Bonk choose to leave Weapon Fire not capping, but just stood on the second. Tesla takes large advantage of this.
Oh, Adolo with a very glorious pipe onto.
Very nice shot. However, Seraph dies for it. It's just DM Fortress at the moment. And the worst part is there's still around the difference between them. We're up on the heavy on the side of red team. I don't think it'll matter because they're just going to push out anyway. That's kind of been the theme with this team.
30% ad for red team. Blue, just a nice hold on to second here. Oh, and T3 looking like he might want to pick someone up in this little boiler.
Surely they've heard either the Pootis or the Sentry by now. Couldn't tell you if he does. T3 does pick up air. He's in for the long Kong. They do get air with it.
2 players in from one in door 4. Looks like they're taking lobby. Scout pushing through door 3.
Hawk does. Bonk trades for Hawk, but T3 goes down. Blue are to play a disad. However, one player's on engineer.
Red does have red here. It
they're in like 5. The sentry's being spammed. Surely it doesn't stay up. Okay, he's the best engineer. It's down now, finally. Ubers haven't been used quite yet.
Almost dropping there. 13 HP.
Got some balls, but yeah, I don't actually know what's happening. Both teams just eating damage. Looks like they've got a sack going.
They are sacking.
They've got a huge
not
sack.
Taking a lick of damage there.
The SMG knockback, it was too much for Hawk. Yeah, this is really
Soldier in on Seraph here.
Seraph
6 HP.
Drops T3, but somehow doesn't drop his Uber. Precious trades bomb.
Surviving
what is happening?
2 down on the side of either team.
With no bonk, but full ad, they're gonna be having to sit on last for at least the next 10 seconds. As Precious or blue team are
Red opting to push in here.
Yeah, Precious huge. It's a 5-man maybe. They do get the force. It looks like a 5-man.
No, it just seemed to be a bit more of a 2-man sack there. Blue team got out. The blue combo got out unscathed.
Blue team just leaves. Surely Bonk dies here. What are you doing? You don't. Bonk survives though on 90 HP, 40 HP, 20 HP. Bonk, very weak. He's eating arrows, but blue team have significant advantage. I would call it probably 50%.
3 up on the side of red, 2 up
that
on the
soldier isn't healthy either. Surely they pushed, but
seems like they're wanting to come through door 1 possibly.
I think they want to wait for Uber. They have large Uber ad. Demo's not going to be up to set up too many traps. I think they could really take a nice Uber here, but none of their players are going to be buffed. It's going to be Crunch.
So they might be taking door 5 here.
They're in.
They are in. They
do
used
use to not much.
Tesla heavy coming out on the right side, not doing much though.
They do pick up the heavy and another pick. Seraph is playing DM, and red team are crumbling. Another round to blue. With 5 minutes left, we've somehow found ourselves at a 2-2 on process.
Incredibly even match here.
Yeah, these rounds have really dragged on, but it's so back and forth, and so many good plays from players and so many misplays from others. It really couldn't get much closer than this. I haven't really called much of this mid, however. But both teams, once again, choosing the minute-long mid as neither one wants to aggress early.
Quite alone on the right side, getting pressured out by a scout.
Tesla's going to get caught out. So is T3 here, I think.
All of blue is on left.
Red team do have all the frags in their favour, not much high.
Blue has opted to leave as they are 2 down.
Yeah, really,
Red very fast here, pushing into second. Soldier NIT.
Kid of War deep, not deep enough apparently.
Although Seraph is very, very low, opting to leave for the pack, and it seems like blue is going back to their last.
Yeah, bit of another nothing. Seraph drops to the fish.
Adolo might die to this. Oh, never mind.
Adolo picks up
9 HP.
2 with T3.
Somehow getting that scout with the sticky jump.
I know. Potentially buying time for his team to get spawns.
Although
team
T3
to get heals.
Still contesting second here, trying to get
running
him
up. He might get this force.
He
does force. Oh,
and it's just Adolo alive at last. Oh, just spawners coming up for blue.
They do have a Putus now. T3 might have single-handedly saved his team.
Red and lobby doesn't. Poking a little bit, doesn't seem like they... No, Bog is indeed committing.
No one's on point though. Like, most of blue team aren't out of spawn
Someone needs to shoot this heavy because he's doing too much
work. Blue team are getting all the frags.
Oh,
red team
gonna go down to this heavy as well. The heavy
looks
does
like
go down.
Red team might have it. Oh, you gotta feel bad for T3 there. The amount of effort they put in to save that round by forcing weapon fire on second.
A very fast round there compared to all the others.
Yeah, it was certainly a much quicker paced round. Sorry. It really could have been done without weapon fire getting forced. I think they dropped Seraph and were just a bit too afraid of using that Uber in the wrong situation. They ended up using it in
Soldier on
bad
red
situation.
Just going down there, getting focus fired.
Kid of War trading with Tesla as Hawk is in red
Although
team
Precious
sewer,
still in on mid, fighting air.
Yeah, it
blue
looks
team
like red team no positioning here.
Red team getting out, air just getting picked up by a pistol. Quite unfortunate there, although even players on both sides of the team, even Ubers as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to give it to the blue team. Something definitely clicked with their double
to come
soldiers.
through IT here.
He's
no,
surely
he seems to have backed out. He's backed out. No,
blue team are pushing through choke, maybe?
They're trying to get
through.
T3's
in. They're gonna actually sack.
No, never mind. Precious is also
It's Crunch. Adola's in. Seraph drops. Red dies. Tesla kills someone. Blue team is still fighting. It's gaming.
Two down on both
Hawk
teams.
is behind on the second. No one knows yet. They've heard him bomb. It's huge. He gets the force.
Medic did not take any damage whatsoever.
Is this an ice pug? I wouldn't know the difference at the moment. It's just... We're
fighting for the spirit of TF2, which is quite strong on both sides of the team.
Stakes are incredibly high, but
going down to a sticky trap.
It's just, oh my god, the frags are going both ways constantly. Red are now
on the
2
side
down.
Of red.
Only for a Tesla sack. T3's still in, no respect. Seraph's bombing, it looks.
Okay, and comes...
That red team are just leaving. They're bonks down. It's
weapon fire getting out by himself, although the engineer here to save the day does get
Precious. Hawk is in, they know they have the engineer, surely you spam it
does
more.
Right here, but blue team has opted to push in.
Hawk, huge bomb actually, big
blue
damage.
Blue team has decided to commit here, a minute and 20 left in the map.
Red
This
team
could
should
be
get Uber first. Kid of War on Scout, not your class, buddy.
another trade.
It's not
An
happening.
Uber trade, 80% on Seraph.
Yeah.
He
Seraph
does
might
get out though. He does get out
This
though.
is
2 down on the
crucial.
side of blue.
Adola needs to die. Right, blue team need to hold this, and I think they can. Their
Red
soldiers are up
can
soon.
push out here though.
They shouldn't. Yeah, it's.
And Seraph might drop. No,
No,
he
they're gonna
does
get forced. It's
here.
good. T3's taking a huge exchange in rollout. He needs support. He gets the Uber. Air's down. Heavy's still on point.
Heavy on point. It is just those two.
Jimmy Fish, not
Hawk
healthy.
coming in through door 2.
They have a pyro
Scout
as well.
dying to the heavy. Soldier
Tesla's
getting
in.
completely dicked on.
Oh,
by
Tesla
the
gets
pyro.
owned.
Oh, the
It's
pyro
GG.
is just doing so much work here.
Oh, Tesla. How do you even cast this?
Highlander scrim in its optimal
Speaking
state.
of Highlander, Precious up on the spy. Like no one's
It
gonna,
is 20
no one's
seconds
gonna
left
be off
in the
on the
round.
point. But if he gets this,
Blue has one more push left.
Precious-
They are going through door 3 here. Door 4. Sorry. Sentry on the right
they
side.
need. I don't know what
Since
Precious is
goes
gonna
down,
do. He needs to.
a big bomb
Red
from
team
air.
have used Uber.
Gets the 3k.
They know
and
they have a spy. He's caught out.
Almost
He doesn't
gets
get the
trick
trick
stab on the air.
Oh, it's
And that
raining.
is a full wipe for blue team, and that is the first map for tonight.
What a
It was
game!
Very,
did we just
very
watch, Huffy?
interesting exchange between the two teams.
You know, I'm glad we saw all of it. It was something.
I can only hope that Badlands is just as interesting as that was.
Yeah, I would like to point out I'm really happy White Noise came back. I thought after that first round and the back and forthness of the second round, I thought we were maybe in for a bit of an uneven match, but I think I might have found. Do we have logs up? Sorry, do you have logs? All right. Bonk with basically
Huge
80
damage.
more damage a minute than anyone else on the server. However, Adolo and White Noise's scouts are all fairly evenly matched at second to fourth, so I don't think they were necessarily being hugely
A lot
outdamaged.
of deaths on the side of the blue team's soldiers, 30 and 25.
Yeah, they were definitely dead almost every mid-fight, almost every second fight, and died on every last fight, so they were dead all the time.
Though you can see here that Red does kills-wise does outrank blue team quite a bit.
Yeah,
With
13 more kills.
all four damage class, all four classes aside from Bonk, who seem to have been doing majority of the damage, have over 20 kills each.
Yeah, it was certainly playing off of Bonk's damage. I mean, when he's putting out almost 400 DPM and your team is playing off your damage that well, how can you be at fault? I mean,
yes, both teams clearly opting to play the more pocket demo sort of play style, as is most popular in today's climate.
However, Precious did have the most kills at 30 kills. It was I'd give him a pretty solid performance.
A very, very good performance.
Him and T3 had their moments that really made you feel like White Noise really could have had it. And I think they could. If we have a look at the med stats, I think the most alarming thing I'm seeing is Seraph had 4 drops and Weapon Fire had 2. I have a feeling both of Weapon Fires were pushing. One of them was definitely pushing into last. But Seraph with 4 drops, some of them were just unexcusable. They were pretty rough. Pretty poor timing, poor judgment from Seraph, and I think they could have.
I'm not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it seems that Red Scouts, just based on the amount of kills that they got from on the blue team soldiers, 15 kills each. Seems like they're doing quite a bit of work just in the ways of possibly denial.
Yes, certainly. Other than that, I mean, both both looked fairly evenly matched. Seraph died a few more times than Weapon Fire. Although I feel like we can probably take 2 or 3 out of those due to the sacrificial last pushes in that last round. But yeah, it was a very, very close game, and leads me to believe that Badlands could be anyone's map. I feel like we should talk a little bit about Badlands, give it a bit more of an introduction for the hellhole it is.
So Badlands, one of the older maps alongside Process, I'd say. But one not genuine. Most people don't tend to like Badlands nowadays, although it did tend to be favoured quite a bit back in the more earlier days of TF2. It is definitely one that people don't tend to enjoy all that much. Just, I feel like, because of the last that is very, very hard to push out of.
It's hard to push into and hard to push out of. I think it's almost the gateway to hell. And yeah, I think most of the map is quite fun, but stalemates on last make it quite an unenjoyable experience.
Indeed, but it also means that from what we saw last time, it could result in some interesting shenanigans from either side.
Certainly, it'll be interesting to see how people deal with this, to be honest. With both teams playing quite a slower mid, I do know that red team soldiers aren't afraid of initiating on this map. Specifically the soldier that tends to sit in shithouse. Doesn't mind initiating, so I think we could have a bit more of a faster paced mid. I don't know if White Noise would like that faster paced mid from the side of Cheesewheel, if they'd prefer that slower mid and allow them to kind of adjust. However, I guess we will find out.
Yes, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of what players what players will sort of shine more on this map than maybe they would have on Process. Although I get a good feeling that the scouts will have a bit of a field day on the soldiers, like they did on Process.
Especially on mid. However, I feel like once it gets into the bit more smaller corners, the more corridory parts of the map, especially the last and in-house, I feel like the soldiers could play a fairly large role in this. I might be completely wrong and just don't know how this map plays.
For sure. Last is very much not exactly catered to a scout.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be a scout pushing Badlands last by any means. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out as we start to go live here.
You're gonna have to see if Bonk, the speedy man himself, can do the Badlands rollout. Hits the roof, sadly, as many demo men do, including myself.
I think Adolo hit it. Adolo opting to go onto, I've forgotten the thing that it's called, but they're going a submarine mid from the blue team. And T3 gets picked up early, but Precious and Adolo do pick up the demo, the soldiers.
Blue, a very, very easy mid, I must say. They took ground very quickly underneath and got on top quite quickly. And the more passive rollout from Adolo there, I think, let him get quite a bit of good damage off on the soldiers, I believe.
Yeah, certainly. I think the submarine mid that the team of White Noise played on the blue team certainly definitely relied on the bit more of a passive mid from the red team. However, Weapon Fire did get out, so it is even Ubers with a Bread Spy.
A Bread Spy, we've got a kid
it does
of
look
Pyro
like they know
as well.
They definitely know. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get this pick after he's been spotted somehow. Yeah, they do know he's there.
Truly a grueling last to push.
Looks like they're going to go in with this push. It was shit. Sorry for the bad language. Shocking. They're just now going to get the sentry. Adolo dies to the trap. And it's just, yeah, it's a leave. They don't even get Ubers out. It was
Down to
T3
demo.
almost looked to be peaking, and Seraph took that as opportunity to use Uber. It was definitely not what you want from your medic.
Down to demo and Soldier here pushing it into second. Red gaining a lot of ground here.
Trapped out. Seraph's gonna die
dying
here, yeah.
Sadly. A scout T3 also getting picked up at the end of that.
They're not even gonna get the force yet. It's one thing to note, Bonk loves to trap players out because it's such a small choke and it's so hard to get out of it if you're not a jumping
pushing into the choke does get double piped, I believe, by Bonk. Hawk possibly getting picked up here.
He will.
Indeed.
It's just a counter feed. It looks like a repeat of the first round of last map, actually.
And blue team back on their grey bridge. Red team now pushing into second. Lots of ground. Blue cannot do much to defend here. I assume that they are opting to possibly forward hold here, it looks. Yes, they seem to be forward holding.
It's a bit of a half and half forward hold. They don't have beam.
A fat rocket from air onto Tesla. Adolo getting caught in though.
Yeah.
A very crucial pick there.
It's one player up,
but it is
two players
up. For Red team. They
Bonk
should
with
get
a nice
forced here. Yep.
Still gonna get forced. And blue team don't even have an Uber to get forced with, so it looks like it might just be a bit passive, but that is a bit of a crazy stat. Red had Uber for almost 2 minutes before using it, so they were,
doesn't seem to be opting to build here though, which could be a bit crucial as Red team have plenty of time to just set up.
Oh, big air shot onto Hawk.
From Hawk.
Just
going in. It seems a bit early. Apart from his team.
Wasn't
Red
really
getting out very cleanly. Without a single
They do
casualty.
have a sniper, however, so
Red
maybe Bread dies
might get picked up here. He
will.
does. By Precious. Blue, a lot of players sitting on the point. Red nearing their Uber.
It should be a back of train hold. I mean, they'll wait. They'll probably wait for Bread to spawn.
Odolo setting up a few traps, a little cheeky grass trap on the side of house, and looks
Hawk
like
doing
Red
in house.
team are starting to forward a little bit into
He has
house.
been caught out, and Hawk will not get anything.
And
it would have been awesome.
The red combo they've decided to use through.
Bonk jumps here, might die, takes huge damage,
Although
but won't get anything.
Has gotten out pretty much scot-free, a little bit of damage taken, but nothing else. Hawk, although
Red
getting
team
picked up.
continuing. Seraph
A
doesn't
soldier
have,
on Seraph.
He does
He does get forced, and there's a backcap being started by Kid of War. Tesla very low.
Like two soldiers on second.
It looks like this backcap is going to be successful.
Certainly. And Kid of War doesn't hit his bomb though.
Air opting, looking like he wants to go last with this maybe. No,
Air's caught out
getting caught by both soldiers. Both soldiers incredibly hurt.
Kid of War gets picked up, and Air is not too healthy either.
Going back to mid here, Bonk and forwards with his medic by his side. Red have retaken mid once again.
And they do have a little bit of Uber advantage. They are 2 soldiers down, but I think blue team know they're at a bit of Uber disad, so they're not going to be able to do too much with this player ad.
Yep, soldiers up now, Uber up on the side of red team, although blue team has gotten very close to their own Uber, though red...
They have a lot of space and
choke. Not too aware of it, seem like they're taking house and want to use this Uber.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a die.
Picking up
Hawk's gonna die. If they get one more, it's gonna be huge. They are about to get munched.
Soldier bombing on the side.
Red team Uber does get forced a lot
Tesla
earlier
does
than
get
blue
picked
team.
up, jumping Spire, and a cap has been started by Bread. Although Precious double-shotting him.
Yeah, blue team losing a few
Even players. Although Seraph might go down here.
It just looks like 2 up for red team as T3 gets pipe stickied, whatever you nerds call that. And they're looking...
It seems like Bonk might want to be going for a play on the medic here.
God
and
knows.
Weapon wants to
they might commit. Seraph gets obliterated by air, and he also picks up a Dolo. That is not what you want to see when your team's trying to get the Badlands midpoint. So it looks like with a 40% Uber ad, 2 players up, and knowing that blue team have no heals, it will be a march on into the second point from the team of blue.
The medic and a demo down should be no condition. Oh, Though Precious does go down, trying to get a bit of a glory shot
Cheeky
on Sniper.
shot. Not happening.
Sentry being set up on last by Blue. And a heavy coming up as well. No pyro. Sadly. Oh no, I speak too soon. There is indeed a pyro.
We do have the triple off class now that Precious is up. This is a big strat of White Noise. Love a cheeky triple off class.
It makes it so much harder. In comes the Uber from Red. The pyro doing so much work. Not even close to dying.
No, I don't think he will.
Getting arrowed. He does
actually
die in the end, though.
obliterates Jimmy Fish.
Adolo does go down though. Red opting to re-push here. The sentry is still
This
up.
sentry could go down. It's
still
not getting
living.
spammed.
Bonk not connecting a pipe, connecting rollers only. Soldier bottom left getting very hurt by that sentry. Sentry a very, very crucial player in that last push.
Yeah, I'd really vote Sentry MVP as Seraph comes up on the Uber charge as Red Team kind of set up traps, but I think they'll want to be sat very close to drop down. They do pick off his traps, and it looks like they want to come upstairs.
War is in lobby. Exiting trash now. Blue coming up. They've been forced though, sadly. A soldier hiding on bats. He's decided to push. He might catch a dolo here. He does catch a dolo.
It's simply just air. It just gets MG. Don't ever.
Was that ad 4? Ad 5? I don't
know.
Why
would you ever? It's Tesla, dude. Like that guy lives on Badlands Spire. You wouldn't.
Two down
you wouldn't
on the side
dare
of Blue,
jump
but
him.
that does not matter. Red is backing out. Oh no, they are re-pushing. No.
They do have large
Bonk
Uber ad
could
and
possibly
player
get
ad.
caught here. Bonk very low.
It seems like a bit of a
soldier is going behind Red Team here though. Hawk possibly making a play for the Red
dies
medic.
To some Kid of War bomb that I wasn't quite watching because I'm kind of lost.
My eyes are still on Hawk on the backlines of mid here.
I don't know what he's back.
He's opting to back cap.
I'm not sure he'll out cap it. He definitely isn't going to out cap it.
Bonk is deciding to go back to deny the cap.
A little bit scared that he will, like when
Hawk
he won't.
Is living here though, which is
he surely gets caught out here.
No, he does not.
That was a nice jump.
Almost catching him.
That was critical. They do have an engineer and a pyro and a heavy on White Noise, so it's a typical White Noise last hole.
70% here on the Red medic Uber charge. Only mere 40% on Blue Team.
See, I actually think White Noise played that a little bit wrong. I think they really kind of could have been very, very close to Uber.
Another Uber
with a scout
facing the pyro. The pyro living for a very, very long time here.
Pyro alive, but now the sentry
is still alive.
Bonk does die to a Dolo.
Sentry,
Jimmy Fish not healthy.
Again, another key player in the last push.
Blue Team are a player down, but with that sentry, I think they're a player up.
The sentry may go down here from Kid of War. No, it does not.
T3 just MVP on engineer at the moment.
Another failed push for Red Team. It is that sentry and that pyro that are just doing so much work for them.
Blue Team with full ad and even players now. I'd be looking to get out. You just have to commit to Badlands last. Are they going to pick up Kid of War, who I feel like was sacking, but Air, however, is on Spy. He's not in position to do much yet. He is just kind of sat at Spire.
As Sniper, and has opted to go behind.
Adolo does die.
Good chance he will not get the backup
two scouts.
He has decided to possibly make a play on the enemy medic.
Bonk will die as well. I think they were stopping. The butter knife into Seraph Spice was not it.
Although not very effective, as Seraph still has full Uber ad here. The Red is coming up on their own Uber.
As they're kind of looking out. They're out on second, it looks. They're out.
They should be able to hold second here, hopefully.
Blue could have been faster, I think. They were a player down and Bonk was spawning, so they wouldn't have had traps up until... Doesn't matter. It looks like they're going Z? What do people call this?
Tesla just getting caught and house there. For the Red Team, this is going to initiate a push from the Red Team as they are down both soldiers. Looks like it might just be a choke push here, although Blue Team does seem like they want to opt for a trade.
Blue Team can certainly hold this. They have one spawner up now and one coming very soon.
Jimmy Fish, aka
Shooter.
I can't remember. Shooter, that's the one. Does get down quite low.
Seraph
Both
once
teams
again
using.
kind of lost.
Red going down on the side of Red, though trading with Tesla. Player ahead on the side, favouring Red team here. Adolo going down as well. It is just Seraph and his scout.
Seraph and Precious
What
walking.
are you doing?
That was sociopathic,
Precious
Seraph.
getting out.
I don't know if it was a miscommunication that mid was free, but they were just. It was not your fight, Seraph.
I could possibly 60 ad on the side of
Precious
Red
is
team
going to
here.
get picked up and cop a 16-second respawn.
This is going to be another blue last hold. I wonder if it'll work a third time. A sentry going up in the exact same spot once again.
70% Uber.
We have a heavy and we have a pyro. It is. Let's just see if Red has found a way to counter this strategy. Although it is quite a hard strategy to counter.
They're trying to spam the sentry first. I think Red team
Red
know
up on
what
their
they
Uber
have to
now.
do more.
It is. They again opting for another scout demo Uber. It looks like. They're taking their time, looking to just kind of poke around a little bit.
They have a fair bit of time, but they're not going to get this sentry with a heavy stood in front. So I think
looks like they are opting to push now with a scout and a soldier.
Pyro gets instantly mulched this time, and
nice,
so the
the
sentry cops
is
more of
still
it.
alive somehow. That engineer
It
doing
picks
so
up
much
air
work.
as well.
That is insane.
Seraph drops to ground and eats the fattest sticky of my life.
Oh,
he gets
picked up
pistoled.
by his scout.
Oh, Seraph just not playing the right
Red
position.
team looking like they want to try take out this sentry and hopefully initiate a last push. Although they
It should be fine. The sentry doesn't look like it's going down
up.
this month.
It's looking like it's about 60 ad on the side of Red team. Let's hope 4 times the charm here. Although Blue team does not seem like they have. They are going to get a pyro this time. They have opted for a sniper, looking like they want to get a cheeky little pick before they decide to push in. Oh, a nice headshot onto air.
Makes
very
it 4
low.
HP. He does die to the nose
get picked up by Precious. There is now a heavy. No pyro as of yet. Still full Uber ad. 50% ad on the side of Red.
Yeah, I feel like Blue team, while these Uber last holds at full reset have been effective.
They use focusing the sentry this time around. Heavy staying in spawn.
No pyro makes it impossible to delay that long enough.
Of Red on the left side.
Red
Although
team do sit on second the entire
Tesla
time.
with his large personality inside his pants just walks out of spawn and picks up Bonk straight away.
T3 going for the flank here. He might be onto something in lobby. Weapon fire's all alone.
Air walking
Weapon fire will
into
die.
lobby here, walking behind. He does get picked up.
And Blue team have all the right in the world to fully commit with full Ubrad. They can probably deny spawners here, at least air. They're going to deny heals and a second
Red
soldier.
Is up on sniper though.
Not a great class to be on with no team support.
Is going to get picked up by the scout, sadly.
Shimming fish.
T3 picking up a nice 2k there. A scout pushing into second. Quite hungry for another frag, although does get pressured out. Blue team now coming into second. Red taking.
I like this commitment. Blue team coming in. They're gonna pick up air because they're so far forward and they're so ready. No forward.
Oh, a trap!
Oh, Seraph,
Just
what are you
up,
doing,
and they
dog?
get forced.
Adola doesn't even hit the jump up.
Very early.
Oh, this is a
lobby.
Bit of a gaming moment from the Blue team.
60% ad on the side of Red team.
However, I don't mind this scenario. I think Golden Cap will happen
yes.
if there is no round within 14 minutes. However, someone will break, and I'm hoping.
It looks like. Well, I feel like this is the first time Red's been on their last, though, so it could be.
I mean, with no engineer, they're looking just to hold, I think.
Yeah, no, it looks like Red is pushing out with their Uber.
They're out on bats, certainly, yeah.
There could be a risk of a back cap, though. Let's hope they are prepared for it.
Precious is
Bonk
just farming.
pushing
Yeah?
out, not really looking forward. Looks like they are opting to just go back into lobby here and not push out.
Precious denies so long that his team might actually get Uber.
Blue getting closer and closer to that Uber. Red now pushing out of trash. Very, very late into the fight. Tesla very low on Spire.
Yeah, at
does
90%,
jump the medic, and
he does get a
gets the
force, and Seraph's on 95. They need to commit here, I'd say.
2 down on the side of blue team. Looks like red are just opting to cap second.
They do. Oh, it's another cringe gaming news.
Oh, this is going to be huge.
Poverty.
Adolo
sinks himself and dies.
That is
almost
truly
perfect.
unfortunate. He could have gone at
Seraph's
least 2 people there.
Yeah.
A very, very, very poor push from blue team there, sadly.
It's just,
Ooh, weapon is quite low though. Rocket's not connecting from Hawk.
Nor Tesla.
And it is a wipe from blue.
Yeah, blue team get themselves in such good positions, but I just feel like there is a bit of a downfall in their experience with playing with Seraph on medic. It's just
could be
gonna
messing with
resub.
their cohesion a little bit.
Is he going to resub? Let's see what he does. Seraph cheated.
He cheated?
I don't think anyone's gonna care, but
It's only
15% cheat.
It's 15%.
It was a 15% cheat.
Red now coming up on their Uber. It is very, very large Uber ad. Let's see if this last
They're looking
push,
in. There's no sentry.
Again,
it's a level
no
1.
sentry.
It's a GG.
Just comes up level 2.
They rotate through
spawn. Scout
Kid of War dies. And Brett dies, and Bonk dies. Sarah's being pressured from
Lord,
behind.
Red team crumbling here. It is a full wipe.
Oh, it's a full gaming moment from
and it is
the
going
red
to
team.
be full ad on the side of blue team.
Adolo's going straight to forwards. He knows exactly what he's got to do. There's going to be another mid fight.
Yeah.
Almost catches out Adolo. Sorry, what's the other one called?
Almost getting picked up here.
Kid of War does die. It was actually well played from Adolo, trapping out that forward and then baiting that soldier.
This could possibly be a last push here if no plays undergo. It looks like they are
do have the
Valley
sniper,
here.
though.
The combo very close. Looks like they are going to catch off Bonk and the soldier. Maybe.
Weapon fire's just out, but Bonk surely died. Tesla just has a bro moment. He does die.
It was indeed a bro moment. Soldier in at last.
Hawk,
does get picked up.
You can't feed there, buddy.
No, it gets picked up by T3. Just
it's 3 players up, no Uber.
This could
Trap
be
the point. T3's dead. Oh my
this
gaming.
Is definitely no.
Precious is dead.
This is not a point. This isn't a point.
And
I spoke
Seraph's
too
dead.
soon.
Yeah,
Seraph
no one's
is
even up with Seraph. Oh, it's GG. Call it there. I think we end the VOD. That's game.
10 minutes left on the map. I'm quite happy in myself when I predicted that this was going to be quite the decider.
I mean,
and
I think it just reinforces how crucial this game is for both teams.
Getting very low. Bomb from Hawk
does
behind.
Die.
Does force
Hawk's
the medic here.
Forced. Surely hit the rocket. He does hit the direct.
He was going to crater there, sadly. So the force has come out from red team.
That was no balls from weapon fire.
They can get mid here with the 2.
Blue don't want to give it up. Blue have spawners
blue.
up soon, and with no demo, they want to fight this. Whether or not it's the right
Spam
call.
and choke has forced players out. Air starting to bomb the medic here.
Oh, he just obliterates him again. Seraph is Air's bitch tonight, and he's making it well known.
Incredibly nice bomb from Air there. Scout.
T3's going to feed, but it's not going to achieve anything.
Unfortunate. 2 down on the side of blue, no heals. And red looking like they want to push into mid here. See if there are any players looking like they want to hide. Hawk possibly going for a play here on the mid as they come into mid.
Yeah, red team with Uberad still kind of being chatted by the blue team.
And choke. Precious did decide to go for a play there that was not successful. Though
Soldier is in. He's so far away. He's such a pussy.
Good denial from the scouts.
Well played by weapons. Positioning was just right.
Adolo does have a trap on Pride here. Interesting to see if he might be able to pick someone up.
Looking
As
like a
Red-
bit of a white noise forward hold,
Red
however.
pushing through Resup once again.
Brett's gonna
dying,
die,
sadly.
and the force goes out. Weapon fire on 16 HP does
Very,
force
very bad
as they
force.
flood
Blue
the
team
lobby.
just staying on bats and a soldier bomb, knocking them all
Blue
onto the
team
ground. They now
have
have
Uber now at side spire.
Bonk going for a sky high play and just leaving.
Meanwhile, Weapon Fire is literally like on last, like he hasn't even shown up to mid. They're all just leaving. Jimmy Fish dies while trying to build, I imagine. So unfortunate that he gets dropped in that. A Dolo question.
This is the first time that we've seen this in a little while. It is actually even Ubers.
Yeah, that is very
Player
true.
down on the side of Red. Doesn't look like they want to contest second here at all. Wise decision from them. And although a sentry is coming up.
Thank
for
God.
Last. No pyro as of yet. Though Red is building a lot better than Blue team here, as Blue team themselves have just started to build.
Yeah, I think this has been a bit of a theme of the night. Red team just being quicker on those Ubers, Blue team being caught out a few times. It won't happen this time, I don't imagine, but Blue team have been a little bit slower to get those Ubers, so...
Seems like Blue are getting ready to take lobby here. Does it seem like there are any cheeky little traps?
Hawk not really checking for him, I don't think he cares too much. But he checks.
Although we do have a pyro up on Red for once. Shot like exposing himself. Kind of giving away the secret there.
Tesla is full health. I'd love to see us actually no, because you're gonna jump in the sentry.
So, T3 could have gotten caught out there, though the demo was not looking. He's going
very lucky. It looks like both soldiers trying to spam this sentry that they can't quite see. I can't see either.
Shooter he's just checking everything out through the window, enjoying the view here, not giving a care for anything.
Red team
except
with
because he knows that sentry itself is not going to get touched until they find out about it.
Yeah,
Oh, Scout is on and on last. A nice pipe from Bonk there.
Not happening. I think at least they know where the sentry is.
They did spot the sentry, indeed.
Unfortunately, they probably don't know because no one scrims this map until week 7.
Though an interesting sort of play here. No one is top left.
Yes, certainly.
So a soldier could possibly walk in. Oh, now there is a soldier.
They are moving the sentry a little bit.
Blue team quite passive in lobby as well.
Precious on sniper, maybe looking to do something here. I mean, it's still 0-all, and around here could be deadly.
5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the map. We might be looking at a golden cap here.
Please no. But I think both teams are setting themselves up for a great...
We do have a sniper up on Precious though. This pyro may be caught out. No, Precious not peeking.
Don't actually know what he's peeking.
There is a soldier on the ground. He might get Precious. He does pick up the frag and gets out quite scot-free.
Surely a counter sack from someone on the red team, man.
Pyro, very close.
Hawk is getting 1v1 by Kid of War.
Pyro, opting to be very, very close here. T3 managing to pressure him out though. And even players air quite low.
Pressure's back on the sniper. So I think we're just going to sit and wait, play it out.
Adolo looking like he wants to try spam from main. Dispenser up. We have all the
I think they'll have a teleporter soon across to the other side.
I sure hope so, and I'm expecting to see a tally frag because I hope to God that happens.
Yeah. No, it should I really think this might play into White Noise's strength. I think just playing around Precious and waiting for someone to slip.
Here, though. No, air does get out.
What the fuck?
We're still looking at a sniper from Precious playing top left. Now playing main, looking like he wants to catch up. The soldier maybe, no. The soldier, very wise and very lucky, opting not to peek.
Can't even see Precious. He's
Again,
just being spammed so
is
hard.
doing such a good job spamming out Precious.
Yeah, he's not going to get a single sight line onto this guy.
So Precious now doing a long rotate so that the red team does not see it here. Pyro may get caught out here by chance. No, Precious.
Oh, come on.
just beefing the shot.
Yeah.
And again, no one will peek that, as they have no need to. Though the Pyro is really tempting fate here. God's hand ready to just slam down right on his crown jewels. Oh,
He does pick up
on
Kid of War.
there.
T3 does kind of die at the same time.
Truly unfortunate. The amount of cap time is insane.
However, I would say two soldiers down, that's a push. It's Badlands last. Please, dude. They're gonna drop everyone.
Come on. Here we go, soldier in on last. The Uber is
They do get used. Right, if Seraph doesn't die, if he doesn't drop, and they go the right way, they're not going.
A very interesting play there of about a three-man sack. About a three-man sack on the side of blue. So as to get the force out and get a lot of time
Precious
on
picks
second.
up air again. Just is definitely should have been on sniper from the start.
Okay, it looks like blue is opting to come in through main here to help support their sniper.
Yes,
no, they're going through
certainly.
upper lobby. No, they've decided to go upper lobby. Bonk has dropped down. A very, very fatal
forward.
mistake.
It's Uber ad.
No, they're looking.
They're
okay,
using
they're
in.
Using in
Finally,
top right. Here we go.
No traps for anyone to die to.
Very, very low on the ground. Does get picked up by a soldier. Bonk playing. Oh no, Bonk playing top left.
Someone needs to bait the point. The heavy's down. They're
so
3 up, 2 up.
Down.
Soldiers nowhere near. Soldiers not shooting the right thing.
Down.
And
that's
they win.
Wipe. One round towards blue.
That I don't think you can win Badlands in 2 minutes.
Very, very exciting match.
Yes, speak for yourself. It was
enjoyable.
God, I love TF2.
Very, very interesting game. Soldier Bomb coming out on the side of Kid of War, going behind.
Left.
He does get picked out.
Yeah, game was better with it out of the map pool.
There is some time here for one more round, but
no, red team full wipe and
well, that's just it. That is
Tesla with a big bomb putting the nail in the coffin.
Crumbles, but I believe it has worked out in the favor of blue team, as a win for this means that it has been a trade in maps.
Unfortunately, because there's no direct counter, it'll go off map rounds, which are called points, and I just have no idea who has more points. Going off of this game, however, it would be cheesewheel with more points out of this game. They might get a second round
left
here.
and right. Looks like they might be able to, although players still quite healthy on the side of red. 3 down for the side of blue.
Are dying too many.
And it looks
Seraph
like
gets the mini sentry, but that's
very
everything.
unsuccessful push on the side of blue here.
Yeah.
Yet again, it's
poverty. Seraph might get a back cap, although I would be surprised if anyone on the red team has left last.
I hope to God he gets the demo here. Please, for the love of no,
Ez's gonna make sure he doesn't. GG's are called.
Very, very, very exciting couple of maps tonight. I sure enjoyed them. What about you, Max?
I am quickly looking at who has more points. I think White Noise would take it. They're already 4 points up on Warzone, and with both teams technically getting 3 points for this encounter, White Noise will be in the upper bracket playoff, as far as my understanding goes. Wow.
Very interesting turn of events there, going from a 3-2 loss on Process to a 1-0 win on Badlands.
Yeah, it's what. I'm bringing up the logs, but I couldn't tell you one thing about that game. To me, yeah, Precious 190 DPM, Bread 120, Shooter 171, T3 the only notable scout with 270. No one actually hit above 300 DPM.
The scouts on the side of red not doing as well as they did
not having
on
great
Process.
games.
Not the best games.
However, Seraph 0 drops this map might have contributed to the win.
Excellent work
I would
from
like to
his
think
end.
so. He stopped drop. It started getting air shot to fuck. So
Although,
I guess
it does seem like heals-wise, Tesla did play more of the pocket role.
maybe, yeah. I honestly, on that map, it was so stalematey. I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla just wanted beam a little bit to shoot some chokes. But that has White Noise as your. Oh, they didn't actually win anything, did they?
Well, either way, some very enjoyable TF2 to witness.
12 mid fights in a single round. You couldn't. It's uncontemplatable. Yeah. I just think. I really think it was Cheesewheel's game to lose, and lose they did. Unfortunately. Not being able to shoot a sentry until their like 5th attempt at pushing last.
That forward hold, that hold for the side of blue was very
White
hard to break.
Noise's last hold deserves a large amount of credit. It was very well put together, and everyone on their team knows their bit, and I think that saved them in the end. I don't know what more to say. We all watched it. Some of us probably slept.
If people were willing to give some interviews,
yeah, I'd be interested to grab at least White Noise's point of view and like Cheesewheel's point of view. But yeah, no, it just what happened? Like all credit to White Noise for clawing it back. Wouldn't think they did it. Wouldn't have thought that they could do it. I thought they were gone on process. They brought it back to within 1 point. And I mean, they held on. I think this game was about holding on, and White Noise did just that.
just red just happened to crack very close to the end there.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say it's an aspect of tilting, but I feel like it just became so boring they had to feed.
Would quite drag you down playing the same round for that long. Must admit,
Yeah.
as I'm saying, there are players in here for some interviews.
Zinga.
Hey, yeah, fellas, how you doing?
Hello.
Oh, hello. Is this White Noise? Yeah.
Is it just white noise?
At
here
the
we have
moment, I do. It is Adolo, Hawk, T3, and Tesla of White Noise.
Precious is coming as well.
Cool.
I think it's safe to say congratulations on 2nd place at the end of the home and away season. I think you guys have done enough to secure your upper bracket final spot. Correct me if I'm wrong if anyone knows more, but I think you guys are in.
Must admit, I quite enjoyed the games that I witnessed tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Very
Yeah, we enjoyed it too.
very interesting games. I'm glad you guys enjoyed them too.
Yeah, like I know you guys didn't win both games, but I feel like you guys ultimately are the overall victors, and I think all credit to you for doing so. I think.
Thanks, Max.
Thanks, Max.
No
Thanks,
worries.
Max.
Can we just
Max.
forget about process though, please?
Precious has a question for Mitch, actually, don't you, Precious?
Well, no one's going to be able to hear his answer, so this will be a bit interesting.
No, did you see my med drop on process on the last push? Did you get that on cam?
The sniper one, I watched it.
I witnessed it, yeah.
But was it
But
on
I don't think it was on
Well,
stream.
we're unsure.
Oh,
Hello.
my
Yeah,
God.
welcome.
Hello.
Sorry,
Hello,
we're
hello.
also joined by some members of Cheesewheel, hopefully. Is everyone coming in? Are we joined by just Air or some more gamers?
I'm gonna check. I don't know if they're keen.
Alright. Can anyone
but I've
correct
messaged
me
them.
if I'm wrong, but it's White Noise as upper bracket finals now.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you guys, coming into that game with 4 extra points, I think you guys did enough. But saying that, I think it was a very awesome performance from both teams. Process was very exciting.
Badlands, a very, very interesting exchange of last pushes, I must say.
That was intense.
And very, very, very big props to you for the triple off class on last.
The white noise last hold was something
was
almost unbreakable.
Insane.
Dude,
like
Pyro,
I don't
ban
think
the Pyro class.
Pyro class is ridiculous on Badlands.
And okay, but I have to give special the MVP of that match just has to go to the engineer.
Not even
so
that
much work,
engineered the
so much
century.
work,
Oh,
into
bro.
just banging that century.
It's
It
pretty
was-
challenging. I have been practicing.
Yeah, it was something to witness. If I'm
You must
honest.
have very, very strong fingers from just holding down mouse one.
I do.
But yeah,
Sure from us, 1, 2, 3.
how are you feeling? Can we get a general consensus from both teams? How, not just about the game, but maybe heading into finals. I know that top 3 teams, it's probably fair to say that we're all very evenly matched, and I think we're going to have a very exciting few weeks ahead of us. Could we get maybe T3, the captain of White Noise, to give us a little rundown into how you guys are feeling heading into that?
I think between the 3 teams, it'll just depend on who's having a good game and who's not having a good game. I spoke to Max about this a day or so ago. Like, I think we're pretty even. But
You
it'll
guys
just be
colluding?
who's
Damn.
shit and who's.
Yeah, we're planning to just start cheating, so
Yeah.
you guys come third.
We're
Fuck.
match fixing.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
with that ZS demo ban, hey?
We can't actually comment on that at the given time. It's still under investigation.
Oh, we also have weapon fire here.
Yes. Could we also weapon fire comment about the next few weeks? Because I feel like there will be an exciting few weeks of
Oh,
Team
yeah.
Fortress.
Like, definitely, like, having the drafts be, like, a mechanic now of the games is going to be really interesting. Because I definitely feel like, you know, like, these games can be, like,
Such a
even more
Dota
interesting.
player, bro.
Like,
All about the draft, man.
if, like, you know, if the, like, maps are on even ground, like, there is definitely, like, maps that teams feel weak on compared to other maps. And I think
Yeah.
if you just get it, like, right down to those 3 maps that both teams really feel comfortable on, it's going to be pretty good.
We could have some explosive 3-map games. I mean, especially, I'll speak from Brain Cell's point of view, but I know that maps will definitely play as a huge factor, and I imagine they will on both other teams, that maps will be the thing that kind of decides who wins and who loses, I feel. But, yeah. What are our thoughts on Badlands as a map, guys? Can we just all agree to outright kind of ban it, first thing?
I like it. It's a great game.
Kind of like it.
I
I just think
I'm
you
with-
should
I'm
ban
with- I'm
Pyro.
with the consensus here. It's just Badlands. It's a nice map to play, just not when you've got White Noise playing it.
Yeah, triple pyro. However, it was boring, but air. Holy crap, dude. There were some nice air shots on Seraph, who has also
Same
joined us.
with Tesla as well. You
Yeah.
had some very, very,
there was
very
some
nice
there
air
was just
shots.
some nice air shots and some nice bombs, and it made the whole experience a little bit more enjoyable for however stalemate it was. But I think
we'll
You
probably
can't build on TF2.
that
Yeah.
is one
Wait,
thing
what?
that we did pick up a little bit, is that blue wasn't as good at building Ubers
No,
compared
no,
to
I mean,
red.
like, you can't build, like, buildings.
Is this a
Yeah.
Fortnite reference?
yeah, it is.
It is very
Bro.
much a Fortnite reference.
I'm gonna mute
I was
this
trying to
guy.
avoid that, but no, he just came out and said it. But yeah, so Seraph, is there any sort of, being the sort of merc in this situation, was there anything that you sort of picked up on that probably could have gone better on the side of red?
From red side? I don't know. I
I
just
mean
had
blue. He means blue side. He means your team.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
my
blue
team.
side. Sorry.
that I'd be more decisive in calls. I'm in this team, bro.
Are you? I thought you were a merc. Okay.
No, Gigachan's joined our roster. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
Giga-
apparently Seraph was like on 200 ping for like both maps.
I did
Like-
notice he spiked a
Yeah.
few times.
Yeah.
Um,
Excuses, bro. It's fine.
And sometimes I think on a couple last last holds we had miscommunications and we didn't have someone grinding because we had, you know, NG and stuff. But
I have to grind when you don't have scouts, man.
That's where you whip out the half Satoichi on the demo, man.
Yeah, no, it
Gangster.
definitely a definite downfall of the triple off class. Did feel like there were a few times that White Noise probably could have got the Uber up on that last hold with a scout. But it feel like the triple off class seemed to hold you guys solid regardless.
yeah, it's really hard to push into Badlands last with that number of off classes. I feel like it could be a really good map if it's tweaked a bit, like
for sure, yeah.
There's not many good angles to push
I want
that
the Badlands that had like the half-second cap. That was my favorite Badlands.
Please no.
Yeah,
That was the
score
best
would have been
time I've
quite
ever
different.
had. Yeah, the amount of
just
time.
run at point.
Yeah, that's the best way to play Badlands. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it was just a well-fought battle from both teams, and I think everyone kind of knew the stakes of that map and what was on the line. And unfortunate for Cheesewheel, but White Noise have come out victorious, regardless of the immense amount of nerding from both teams to sweat it out. There were times I could feel T3's frustration on the scout class coming through, but I felt it was a great joy to watch, if I'm honest.
Thank you.
And I will be more than happy to play you guys in finals. But
It'll be exciting.
And if that
Whoever
game's
makes it will be
anything
the
like
game.
this one, I am very, very excited
I
to
am
watch
not
it.
tuning in.
It's like we're all banning Badlands.
Yeah. I'll ban myself if Badlands is picked.
Where's the fun in that?
But yeah,
The
other
other
than
maps.
that, I think that's everything I had. I think the logs really kind of laid out what happened for both teams across both maps, and I think other than that, it was a pretty self-explanatory. Do we want to go for shits? Just do it nice and quick. Mitch, I'm asking for you. Yeah, alright, let's start from top to bottom, meaning $1. Any shout-outs?
Not particularly, sorry.
That's all good.
No one special in your life? No special
There's
guy? No special guy?
always one.
Come on, there has to be someone.
Okay, I'll give a shout out to
There
Fortnite.
you go.
To Fortnite.
Okay, now...
Air?
Shout out to the boys on the team. Shout out to the boys on the other team. And the casters. That's pretty much it.
Alright.
Shucks.
And Fortnite.
Seraph?
Alright, let's leave that there.
What?
Just
What do you mean,
say,
what?
just say
shout out
Fortnite,
to,
man.
I don't have any friends, man. Like, I don't know.
Shout out to Hawk for going over 17.
Alrighty.
I've known you for 3 years, what do you mean?
Oh, shout out to Huffy.
Hawk, any shout-outs?
Shoutouts to Team of Ants in their
Fortnite.
prime.
What was that about? I saw that in chat before Prolans.
He was about to pull an ants.
Ants has a reputation for going over 30.
Yeah.
I was
and-
0 for 18 at one point in
Hawk was
process.
looking at it.
Oh god, I didn't even notice. Thank God I didn't, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it was a very rough game for me on process. Shout out to
Um,
Bonk for being amazing.
Alright. Huffy, any shout-outs?
Shoutouts to Seraph, shoutouts to Liz, and shoutouts to Max and Mitch here. That's about it.
Mitch, any shout-outs? Okay, Precious, any shout-outs?
Shout out Will and Don.
Alright, who, T3, any shout-outs?
Shout out to Alabaster and the worst admin in ozfortress, Samson.
That's,
Do you mean ozfortress
yeah,
Chess?
fair.
Ozfortress chat.
Tesla, any shout-outs?
Shout out to the Quack Boys, to Lizard, and John Crocker.
Weapon Fire, any shout-outs?
Yeah, shoutouts to Sarah. Just PM me your PayPal whenever, and we'll be good. Shouts to the casters for having us. Yeah, good
Wait.
games, boys.
Why?
I'd
Fortnite.
Oh,
Sarah,
no.
man.
On behalf of me and Mitch, I'd like to inform everyone that we'll be back next week without me, sadly, but I'm sure Huffy will be around. Tuning in for some playoffs action. Hopefully we get both of the high games because they'll be very good. And there's also a pastime championship on this weekend. Make sure to get your team in and tune into Big Fella Goose, probably solo casting. So, I don't actually know what that means. Pastime's the ball one, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so there's one of those on. But yeah, on behalf of me, Huffy, and Mitch, thank you to both teams for a very good game, and I think we're going to be signing off. Yep. Catch us later. You didn't write that in the script, Mitch. Like, how am I supposed to do that?